Hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be looking into why haven't you met your future spouse yet? And I wrote down some messages for each group to see if we can get any extra messages for you, and what came through was very interesting. All right, so if you'd like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to like, comment, tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and to support my channel. Alright, so I have a strong pull to record love readings lately, which I don't usually have, but here we are. The video previous to this one was called Who is Your Future Spouse? And this one is Why Haven't You Met Your Future Spouse Yet? And also I'd like to talk about, has anyone been experiencing a shift in energy, like you are evolving spiritually, energetically? Because I've been feeling it for a few weeks now, and apparently it's the new moon in Cancer tonight, because I'm recording this on the 17th of July, and I don't know when I'll be uploading this. Well, it'll be probably for the following Monday. It just feels like my energy is just going through a big shift, and it's like I feel that things are just going to keep happening for some strange reason. It's like my clair sentience side of me is really coming out these past few weeks, and it's really funny because my family are feeling the same thing, have been feeling the same feelings, and I'd just like to get to know whether you're feeling it all too. So that'll be interesting to know. But anyway, let's get back to your reading. So with your groups, we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Take your time to choose which group is for you. If you don't hear a message in your group for you, continue watching until the end of your reading, as a message may pop up. But if not, continue on to another group. Deep breaths in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4 to choose which group is for you. Timestamps will be in the description box, and let's get to group 1. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So these are your Why Haven't You Met Your Future Spouse Yet reading, and as usual I wrote down some messages. So before I read into the cards, I will read these messages, but if you don't resonate with it, continue watching with the cards. So group 1, you have to learn to stand your ground with an exclamation mark. It was like really trying to push that message through of trying to stand your ground, because maybe you are flexible with your boundaries. Maybe you say, oh, I'm going to say no to this today. And then in the end, you'll end up saying, oh, maybe I will go. And then you'll end up going, even though you didn't want to go to this place. So it's all about standing your ground, being firm with your boundaries, becoming like the Queen of Swords, who says what she says. And there was nothing in between that will say, oh, maybe I will go. There's no grey areas. It is this and nothing else, So you got to learn to stand your ground. Wow, that's funny, because the 7 of Wands just showed up, which is all about standing your ground. And the High Priestess is all about trusting yourself, trusting your word, trusting your feelings. So you need to trust yourself, group 1. All right, so let's see. Why haven't you met your future spouse yet? I don't know why I feel excited, to be honest. The Ace of Wands. I just suddenly feel excitement rising within me. Oh, let's see. Why haven't you met your future spouse yet? The 9 of Wands. The Knave of Swords. Let's get some more. Oh. 2. Okay, 2 of Pentacles upright. I feel like just grabbing this one, 4 of Chalices. And then the 7 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like really singing for you, group 1. Why? Maybe you need to find your voice. Interesting. That could come with, you have to learn to stand your ground. I feel like this is a separate message from your cards, unless it goes with the Nine of Wands and the Knave of Swords. I feel like you need to find your voice. Maybe you haven't found... It's like a newspaper journalist, where every journalist has a different way of telling the story. Is it first person, where it's like, I interviewed this person and I said this to this person? Or is it second person, where you're like, she says this or she said that, or whatever? And or are you going off of another journalist's style of reporting the news, where you stand exactly like them, or you write in the same writing as them? You're trying too hard to look like them, to write like them, to, I don't know, sound like them, you know? And it's just all about separating yourself from other people, detaching yourself from other people, ignoring what other people say, and doing what you do, doing what you know to do is best for you. Did that make sense? I felt like that didn't make any sense, but I hope that was portrayed well, because it's like losing yourself in another person's voice, because maybe their voice is better than, maybe you think that their voice is better than yours, or the way they move is better than the way you move. But there's nobody like you, group one. So why would you want to become someone else? Why would you want to take other people's way of talking, way of writing, way of moving, when you have yourself? When you learn to step into yourself, when you learn to embrace all that you are, is how you will thrive. Because I'm getting this message of, who are you really? Maybe you don't know who you are, and you need to go on a soul searching kind of mission to find yourself within yourself. Wow. And just like that message was like, okay, I'm done. Let's move on to the cards now. Very interesting right there. Nine of Wands and the Knave of Swords. I feel like maybe you need to come up against the same people over and over again. What I mean by that is, when you're on a dating site and you go for people who say the exact same thing in their dating profile, and then only to find out, oh, they're exactly the same as the last person that wrote that same thing in their profile. And then it gives the question of, oh, why do I keep attracting these same people? What's wrong with me? Why can't I do better? And it's like coming up against the same old mistake, and then hoping to get past that barrier. But then at the same time, it's like, oh, they're the same kind of person again. I don't feel like this reading is saying to switch up your type, group one, before you meet your person, because maybe your spouse is not who you usually go for. So in order to get to your spouse, you have to open the net a bit further. So say if someone in their dating profile says, oh, I'm just an ordinary person, because I've seen that a lot in dating profiles, and I don't go for that kind of person. Because if you're an ordinary person, that means all you like is to watch TV, is to eat at the same time every day, eat the same meals, eat bland meals, and that's not really an adventurous relationship. So you need to switch up your type, group one. Jump out of your comfort zone is what I'm getting here. And then you'll find that things will actually speed up in your life. Maybe it's a blockage, you going for your same old type, and things in life aren't really moving. Like you do the same old thing, like, oh, on the first date we'll go for a meal, and then on the second date we'll just go for a walk, and on the third date we'll do something else, something that's not very exciting. But then when you mix up your dating field to add a bit more excitement, a little bit more movement, maybe like traveling to a different city, or I don't know, just doing something that's more exciting to you, that really connects with you, then that's when it's like a whole new world will open up to you, because you took that leap and you says, okay, I tried this new type and we did this. Oh, I don't need to go back to the old way that I used to date. That's too boring. I can do better. And this is all about leveling up. I'm getting here. You need to start leveling up. Group 1. Let's see. Because with the 4 of chalices, it's like there's more to be desired. So I've done this, that, and that already. I'm bored now. What more is there? Should I just settle down for the next person I see, or what? It's just going through all of those, reflecting. Is there something wrong with me? Have I done something wrong? But is it the people that you are seeing that are wrong for you? Have you ever thought of it that way? You know? Just switch it up a little bit, group 1. Maybe switch up your life a little bit outside of dating. Look for something different. Do something else that's very exciting for you. Say you go bowling every weekend. How about one weekend you go to the cinema, and then another weekend you go to a different city and you explore the city's history and whatever. Because the 2 of Pentacles, I was like this, like, are you reversed or are you upright? And I feel like you need to find the right balance of something, because something is just out of whack. It's like, am I going out of control? Am I blaming myself for something? Am I this? Am I that? Are my priorities are your priorities all wrong? Or do you have everything that you need to do in order? Do you have your routines right? Or what am I trying to say here? Can I balance everything in my life, knowing that I won't trip and fall for the same old? Because doing the same old isn't exciting enough. I'm just getting like, you need more excitement, group 1, and not do the same thing over and over again. I felt like those messages were just the same thing over and over again as well. So you definitely need to do something different, group 1. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, yes. 2 of Wands. Is there anything else out there for me? The 9 of Pentacles. Being able to do on your own. Do what you want on your own. Maybe more alone time is needed to figure out what you really want. Where you really want to go. Oops. The stars. Where do I need to be in life? What are my goals? What inspires me? You know, and then we have the Lovers. What do you feel like doing is the question. We have a lot of travel here with the 8 of Wands and the 2 of Wands, with the Atlas here and the camper van at the bottom of her feet, and she's looking out into the distance, and then the 8 of Wands is up in the air. You need to go out exploring, group 1. You need to do something different. I'm getting like the Knight of Wands energy, who is explorative and isn't afraid to take risks. So I feel like maybe you need to start researching on the new things that you can do in life, and think about, is this what I want for my future. Is this what I want for my life? Do I want to add this excitement to my life? Do I want to get out of my comfort zone? And then just keep moving. And don't be afraid to do it on your own, because you can do so much on your own. It's maybe you've been waiting too long for other people or your person to do all these exciting things with. But who knows, your person can come tomorrow, next month, next year, but in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time. And then you're waiting for 10 years for someone to do something with. But you have yourself to do things with, group one. So go and do it. If you feel the pull, do it. Wow. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords at the very bottom of the deck. If you want to do it, just do it. Take leaps, just go. Nike, just do it. Alright, so what cards are we going to use next? Oh, so many cards. Alright, and then let's go here. We have potion. Remember to practice self-love. Exactly. You can do it for yourself. You don't need anybody to say, oh, I love you, you are worth it, you are this, you are that. You can say to yourself, I love me, I am worth it, I can do it for myself, you know. And maybe just like be more comfortable in your own space before you meet in your future spouse, because you need that alone time. Again, like, start with small steps. Go to a cafe on your own one day for like an hour or something. Go for walks on your own in nature. Go to, I don't know, go get your nails done alone if you like to get your nails done. It's just all about those small steps before you can go to anything big, like go to the cinema on your own. Oh, I love going to the cinema on my own. Going for a meal on your own. People find that very daunting. Or traveling to a different city on your own, or traveling to a different country on your own. You know, you have to do it for you, group one, because all this waiting around is halting your life. Gold, you don't need someone else to fix you. Exactly. You have yourself, and that's all you need for now. For now. Wow. I just had to sit back and just admire this card here. Like, I went really quiet then, and I just felt like just looking at it and admiring it. So maybe you need to look at yourself and admire yourself, and admire and look at everything you've been through and be like, wow, I've learnt a lot from this, and I have moved away from this, so much so that I don't feel hurt by this anymore. What's next for me? What's next for me? And then with those questions, write it down. What's next? I want to go to this country. I want to go to this city. I want to explore. I want to learn this language. I want to do this and I want to do that. And then what are you going to do with that information, group one? Are you going to let it sit in that notebook, or are you going to act on it? That is the question. Very interesting. And then let's move over to your last cards. We have Harp, Great Happiness, and December. December, isn't that what you call it? Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is all about going exploring. That is the Knight of Wands, group one. You need to go and explore your horizon, expand your horizons. Don't feel stuck to one thing, because that's the worst thing that you can do for your own energy. Because your energy wants to go out there, wants to explore, wants to... It's like you feel the tug with the star, but you're just sitting around waiting. No, Sagittarians, they just go and do it. Because they feel that they need to travel, because they feel like they need it for their spirit, you know. So just do it. Nike, just do it is what I'm getting here. And great happiness. Create a beautiful life for yourself. The harp creates beautiful music, and it's so melodic. It's so melodic and beautiful. They play at weddings and maybe parties, whatever it is, and it just creates such a beautiful tone. You can create a beautiful life for yourself if you just take the leap to do it. You don't have to live your life for other people or to find your soulmate, your spouse. Create that beautiful life so that when that person comes in and they hear your stories, they can say, wow, you really did that on your own. Wow, you really did that. I'm really proud of you. And you don't need to hear that I'm proud of you, because you will be proud of yourself and you will be able to feel that pride within yourself because you took leaps. You need to take leaps, and you need to create excitement in your own life before meeting your future spouse. Okay, wow. Why do I feel like clapping? You'll feel proud of yourself. You'll want to pat your back and give yourself a pat on the back and clap that you have managed to achieve going somewhere on your own and not waiting for anyone, not waiting until your spouse comes, whether that be 5 years from now, 10 years now, 15 years from now. You feel that pull, just do it. Okay, wow. All right, so that's something for you anyway, group 2. I hope these messages made sense to you in some way, and you can take what I've said and add it into your life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi group 2, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your Why Haven't You Met Your Future Spouse Yet reading, and just apologies for this noise, it's my fan. It's really hot in here, so I need to use my fan. So I wrote down some messages before I started recording the reading. So I'll read that first before we go into the cards. If you don't resonate with the messages, continue watching with your cards. So group 2, you need to learn to trust in your judgment of people. If they don't feel right in their energy, then your feelings are correct. Learn to listen to the subtle movements of your energy in your body. And I wrote that because I was shuffling these cards, and it's like the cards wanted to come out, but they just didn't want to jump out. And I was like, okay, should I take them? Like, no. Take this one, no. Take this one, no. And it kept happening, and it's just like, don't force yourself to like someone. Don't force yourself to... Before your future spouse, you need to start listening to the energies of your body, So if you feel like, oh, something's off today, trust that something is off today, and then maybe it is off. Oh, this person seems a bit dodgy. Let's just use the word dodgy. And then you sit back and observe them, and the next thing you know, it turns out that they are dodgy. So it's just all about listening to those little inklings within your body. Hope that makes sense. I love the word dodgy. We use it a lot in England. So anyway, let's see. Why haven't you met your future spouse yet, group 2? Why haven't group 2 met their future spouse yet? The wheel. The moon, yes. Listen to the subtle changes within your emotions, within your psychic field, within your energy, within your spirit, Because the wheel with the moon is like the tides are turning, and you have to listen to the tides, because if you go out, if you go out into the ocean and the waves are crashing and your boat is only small, and then you go out anyway because it's like, oh well, I'll be safe, I've got this boat, and then your boat crashes, then what is the point? You got to listen to the warning signs. You have to see that what's right in front of you. Well, you can't really see your energy or whatever. Well, maybe you can. I don't know who you are. You may be able to see auras for all I know. But I forgot where I was going with that. Just don't ignore it. The Four of Swords. Wow, yeah. This is all about sitting with yourself, sitting with your energy, sitting with your intuition, listening to the subtle changes, the subtle shifts of energy, maybe in the room, maybe of a person, or maybe just within you. The Seven of Wands. Don't ignore it, because when you ignore your intuition and you keep going anyway, it's like your intuition will kind of like shout at you and it's like you're going up against your intuition, like, no, it's not this, no, it's not that, and then your intuition is like, yes, it is like this, it is like that, but then you go and do that thing that your intuition says that you shouldn't do, and then it ends up going wrong and you end up against opposition. So it's like, stop going up against yourself, stop ignoring yourself, stop ignoring the feelings, and just sit with it. Sit with it with the King of Chalices at the bottom of the deck. The King of Chalices does not ignore himself. Maybe he used to ignore his emotional moods, his emotional depth, which created the Seven of Wands. But then the King of Chalices learned to sit with the emotions, the difficult emotions, the good emotions, the hard emotions, you know, until he became the King of Chalices. Wow. The Ace of Swords. Wow. Oh, okay, I'm seeing like two separate stories. So on the one hand, don't ignore your intuitive flashes. Maybe they come up as in like a news flash in your head, like you're just sitting here and then all of a sudden an idea comes to you. So don't ignore your ideas, because that's your intuition talking to you. And also, you need to learn to not overwork yourself, not overdo things, because when you overdo things, then that's when you come up against struggle and strife. And you don't want to do that. So before you meet your future spouse, you need to listen to your feelings, listen to those intuitive flashes, listen to the subtle signs of your energy moving, and also, or you just need to learn to sit with yourself, to quiet your mind, to not overextend yourself, because the Seven of Wands is overextending himself, you know, and it's like going up against people who don't believe in the Seven of Wands, and then the Seven of Wands is fighting back. No, you have to believe in me. I swear I'll do better. I swear I'll be good. I swear this, I swear that. And it's like, maybe you tend to listen to other people. Maybe you tend to do what other people think is right. But you need to start trusting yourself. I'm getting the High Priestess energy here. No, don't ask for others' approval, because sometimes you won't get their approval. Therefore, you won't do what you want to do. And therefore, you'll ignore the subtle signs in your body telling you to do that thing. So you won't do it. So you need to start believing in yourself. Group 2. Wow. Very, very interesting. And then let's move over to the Lightseers Tarot deck. Why haven't Group 2 met their future spouse yet? And you also need to listen to your dreams. You need to keep a dream diary, a dream journal, so that you can document your dreams. And maybe you what's the word? Maybe you experience visions in your dreams, so it's important to write those dreams down so that you know what's going on and you're not ignoring yourself. What else? Maybe that's when you get your best ideas as well. That's why it's important to keep a dream journal, because you'll discover that you'll have a good idea for something like a book or to go somewhere to do something. You know, it's like the more you listen, it's the more the tide will change. The more you listen, the more you connect, it's the closer you will get to your future spouse, you know. Wow. And then we have the Hanged Man. Yes. The Six of Swords. Whoops. And Temperance. Wow. Do you need to go through some sort of healing as well with the Six of Swords and the Temperance? You need to probably do a deep dive into your subconscious, like with therapy, journaling. But I'd say more counselling, because we have the Temperance card. The Temperance will be a very good counsellor. Yeah, that makes sense with the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, actually. And the King of Chalices, becoming more emotionally mature and aware, emotionally resilient, you know. And with the Empress at the bottom of the Three of Swords. Wow. I feel like you need to take more care of yourself, group 2. Take care of your emotional world. Take care to just explore yourself. I'm getting like you need a safe space to explore yourself. Explore your past. Explore your heartaches. Explore your heartbreaks. Explore your sadness. Just explore all the difficult, because the Seven of Wands deals with difficulties, so explore your difficult times. And I feel like as you work through it, it's the more you can connect with your intuition. Yes, exactly. The more you work through your hardships, it's the more you can connect with your intuition, because you're removing blockages from your mind and your heart space. Because by not expressing your truth, not expressing through your throat chakra, leads to a blocked throat and a heart chakra, you know. So maybe you suffer from sore throats because, you know, there's a lot of energy in your throat chakra needing to be expelled. So you need to exercise your throat chakra, do more talking, expressing your feelings, until you don't feel those blockages anymore, until you feel, wow, I've talked until I can't talk anymore, so I don't need counselling anymore, I don't need to journal much anymore, I feel good, you know, until you get to that point, because you will get to that point. It's just going through the stickiness of your feelings, of your past situations, stuff like that, before you can get comfortable with the Four of Swords, because the Four of Swords can sleep well at night. The Four of Swords has a clear mind. The Four of Swords rests easy, and that's the point you need to get to. Yeah, the hangman can be quite uncomfortable in this position. Like, how long has this person been upside down for? You know, reaching for something. The blood rushes to your head and you can't think straight. So maybe you haven't been able to think straight and you need to get it all out of your head. Because even as I'm talking, like, my hands are going like this and around my ears. You know, when you're talking fast and you're trying to get something out, and it's like, and your voice is speeding up because it's not coming out in an eloquent way, I guess is the right way to say it. And it's like the more you explore is the less of that, and it's like the more still your hands will become. It's very interesting, but yeah. Wow. And then let's move over to your oracle deck. So I only wanted 2, but then 4 wanted to come out. So I was like, okay, here we go. So stand up for yourself. I'm getting this as like, you see the black or the grey here? It's giving like removing all the bad energy from your life. Not bad energy, but negative energies from your life. With the, you need to learn to trust your judgment of people. It's like the more you trust your judgment, it's the more you can remove the negative energy around you, you know, and the brighter you will shine. Yeah, the brighter you will shine. And then you'll be able to see, wow, having them in my life really clouded me, made me feel anxious or depressed or sad, low, whatever it is. They dampened my light. And you need to, before you meet your future spouse, you need to, I was about to say lighten up, but that's not the right way to say it. So it's to find your light again. Yeah. Morning, the world awaits you. Yeah, you need to be able to sleep easy. You need to wake up and think, I don't have any burdens on my mind. I don't have any blockages in my throat chakra or my heart chakra weighing me down. I can get up so much easier now. I can sing, I can dance. It's like I feel more fluid. I can do what I want. It's like the world awaits me. Further, think first before you judge. And throwing your potential is endless. Yes, it's all about becoming aligned with your internal fire, your emotions, and your surroundings as well. So I'm getting the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Chalices. Wow. It's all about knowing that you deserve better than what you have been through, what you are going through, how you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself, how your emotions sit within you. You know, you deserve much more than what you have been through, than what you are going through. You deserve to sleep easy. You deserve to have a clear head. You deserve to be able to speak up for yourself. You deserve to be able to listen to yourself, to listen to your intuition. And let's hope you... And I'm getting as well, you need to build up a meditative practice. So along with the journaling, start meditating. Even if you're attracted to tarot, maybe start reading tarot. Become a tarot reader. Ooh, that's very interesting. Become a tarot reader like me. Start a YouTube channel, you know. Rose romance is in the air. Treat yourself well. Exactly. Because this rose looks like it's unfolding, and it's like you need to unfold naturally at this time. You need to weed out the thorns, and who is squashing your growth. Remove those people from your life. I don't know why I'm getting people, but yeah. Caterpillar, things are not always be this way. A change is coming. Yeah. A shift with the wheel. Exactly. You will be shedding a lot of skin group. You'll be going through a metamorphosis. Maybe you won't even recognize yourself because you have been this way for so many years, or your whole life maybe, and you don't even know what a clear mind looks like. You don't even know how being able to sit with yourself looks like. You know, so it's like you're heading into a new era in your life. Like this era is done. The new era is you feeling comfortable, you being able to sleep, you not be feeling anxious or sad or whatever you may feel. And welcoming new people into your life as well. If people are getting in the way of your happiness, of you being able to think straight, of you being able to connect with your intuition, to connect with your body, connect with your energy. Wow, yeah, so that's one thing for you, group two. I hope these messages made sense and you can take what I said in this reading and incorporate it into your life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your Why Haven't You Met Your Future Spouse Yet reading. And as usual, I wrote down some messages for your reading. If you don't resonate with these messages, continue on to the cards. So group 3, you're a curious being, so go exploring. And like, as I was shuffling the cards, the words, you're a curious being, you're a curious being, you're a curious being, and curiosity killed the cat as well kept running through my head, and I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting. So I wrote that down. So maybe it's all about you traveling the world and experiencing life without your spouse. Maybe traveling solo, traveling with family, traveling with friends, whatever. And all about curiosity. Maybe your curiosity is about studying and wanting to know more about the world, wanting to know more about history. So maybe going back to uni, or just going back to school, or whatever it looks like to you, or curiosity. Whatever you feel curious about anyway, go and do that, because it's important to explore our curiosities. I'm getting like the words use it or lose it, you know? If you don't use what you have now, you know, you may lose it in the future. Maybe as you get older, I don't want to say this, but maybe you'll lose mobility and you can't walk as much as you used to, or to travel. Wow, the 5 of Swords in reverse. 2 of Pentacles. Why haven't group 3 met their future spouse yet? Why haven't they met their future spouse yet? I don't know why I just did that accent. Maybe you need to go to Australia. Maybe you need to learn the history of Australia. Who knows? We have the Strength card. I feel like listening to your impulses, but being smart about it. Okay, I feel like that's... Wow, yeah. That's all that needs to be taken out for now. So we have the Ace of Wands. Following your impulses, following your energy. You know, what are you passionate about, group 3? Because that's very, very important right now. Before you meet your future spouse, it's giving, don't worry about what has passed. Don't worry about what has gone wrong or any regrets you may have, because those situations have happened. Maybe it's all about exploring the regret. Maybe it's all about exploring what has happened. Or it could be the fact that it could be one of those things where the past has happened and it's all about closing the door to it. Or excuse me. Also, it could be all about getting your mind right, because the 5 of Swords upright is all about someone who has thought too much, has gone through their battles, has done a bit too much, and has suffered the consequences. But reverse, it's like, okay, I have been through what I've been through, so what now? What now? What now, soldier? You know? And it's all about being comfortable in all that you have gone through. And I'm getting like the Temperance card here, where you are bringing in the good with the bad, and neutralizing the bad with the good, and not allowing anything to kind of overwhelm you, to rule you, like run your life. You know, you need to find that, oh well, because we have the Two of Pentacles here as well. Yeah, you need to find that right balance between, oh, this has happened, I feel bad about it, and I'm very happy with myself. I love myself. I want to do this with my life. I want to do that with my life. And then bringing the two together so that they can live harmoniously together. Wow. Interesting. And then let's see, we have the Nine of Wands. Is that your card? The Four of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm getting this, but save yourself. Maybe you will need to become, or maybe you are thinking about becoming celibate, or you are celibate, and you're not wanting to share your energy with people who will keep hurting you, who will keep letting you down, who will keep, you know, just keep doing what they're doing that's wrong for your headspace, that's wrong for your energy, because then you'll keep coming up against the same problem if you keep doing the same thing over and over again. You know, so I feel like maybe being celibate, making promises to yourself as well. What promises have you been making, or what promises do you want to make to yourself, so that you can see it through and not, I want to say, not let yourself down by breaking a promise that you have to yourself. Because maybe you've broken promises to yourself before and you have regretted it. But there's only so much regret we can live with. There's only so much we can hurt ourselves with regret. You know, what's happened has happened. All we can do is learn from it. We can learn from our past mistakes and be like, okay, what can I do this time around that's different to what I did last time? How can I prevent this thing from happening again? You know, so I don't lose sight of myself, so I don't lose balance within myself. It's about not giving into those unhealthy urges, not giving into past mistakes, because the past can come back to haunt us sometimes. And it's just all about compartmentalizing. Is that the word I want? You know, not dwelling on past mistakes, basically, is what I'm getting, you know. Because we're human, we make mistakes. We forget the promises we make to ourselves, or we ignore them if we have a moment of weakness. But we have the Strength card here. We won't have a moment of weakness anymore, because you know how to handle yourself. It's all about having a good relationship with yourself before meeting your future spouse. Because, as I usually say, the relationship we have with ourselves is the most important relationship we could ever have. And we can't run from ourselves. We can't hide from ourselves. We can't be like, oh, I need a break from myself, and then go on holiday and then your skin is left behind. We can't do that, can we? No, we have to take ourselves with us. So we must make living within ourselves a comfortable experience. And then we have the Wheel. This is giving shedding skin. That goes back to what I was saying about going on holiday and leaving our skin behind, thinking that, oh, I can get away from myself for a while. But we can't get away from ourselves. We just need to learn to live with our eras, our past selves, because we merge in with our past selves. We can't hide from our past selves, can we? And it's very interesting that I keep bringing up eras, because I think in the last reading I did, I brought up eras, and in group 2 I brought up era as well. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe you would like to watch the other reading I posted, or watch group 2, you know. Why haven't group 2 met their future spouse yet? Okay. Right. So these three wanted to come out. So I'll briefly mention about these three cards. Let's see. So Justice, Three of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, this is really giving again our past selves. Like we have laid down seeds for our future. Our past selves has laid down seeds for our future self to learn from, to live with, to, you know, to just be with. We can't escape our past. So we must live in the now, and we must live. What am I trying to say? We must live in alignment with what we have been through. So am I trying to say that we have been through what we have been through? We must find a way to live with it, or it will eat us alive. We must become friends with our past. We must become friends with our past selves. We must become friends with ourselves. Because with each thing that has ever happened, you will find a right balance to move forward. You know, we must judge things for ourselves. We need to remain level-headed, you know. Otherwise, if we're not level-headed, then we can fall off and become the Five of Swords upright and lose ourselves and think ourselves into the ground, and we don't need to do that. We need to remain level-headed. We need to feel happy in our own space. We need to, you know, be happy with who we are, because I know it's easier said than done to be happy with who we are. But like I've been thinking for a while now, like with people who are like, oh, I don't like this about my body. Oh, why do I look like this? Why am I like this? So you could either live your life thinking, why do I look like this? Why is my nose so big? Why are my legs so chunky? You could keep saying that to yourself, or you can be like, okay, my nose is this size and my thighs is this size. There's nothing I can do about it but just be with myself, be who I am. This is my body shape and this is not going to go away. Or you could do something about it. You can get a nose surgery or you can, you know, get lipo or something. You know, so there's three options there. You can keep droning on about how you don't like yourself, or you can accept that this is who you are, or you can do something about it and get lipo, or change your life entirely, you know. So what are you going to do about it, group 3? I hope this is making sense, because I feel like I'm just going on a tangent here and saying whatever comes to my head. But that's the beauty of tarot reading. You can feel like you're not making any sense, but then it does make sense to the person who's listening. So I hope it makes sense. Okay, so yeah, you need to learn to love yourself with the hearts in the background of the Page of Cups. You know, we could think, oh, I wish things was like this. I wish things were like that. But sometimes we just have to be happy with what we have, with who we are, with where we are, with the people we are around, with our past, with this, with that, you know. So I don't like the word grateful. I feel like it's thrown around too much. But the word grateful is coming up here. We need to be grateful with who we are. We need to be grateful with what we have. We need to be grateful with our past that brought us to where we are now. And let's get to your oracle decks. Believe in your own magic. We have treat, let them go. Wow. And then we have guard, and something lovely will grow from this. When you let things go, when you let go of the wanting to change yourself, when you let go of the past, when you let go of oh, I wish things were like this, I wish things were like that, then something lovely will grow from this. Your mind will just feel like a nice homely place to be in. You know, you'll feel more comfortable, more cozy, and you'll create a better life for yourself. I feel like maybe speaking positive affirmations to yourself, maybe writing journal. I said in group 2 to write a journal. Let go of people that are holding you back. Remove yourself from negative people, whatever it looks like for you. Just let it go. Burn your bridges. The Five of Swords is all about burning bridges as well. So what bridges do you need to burn? What do you need to let go of, group 3, before you meet your future spouse? Wow. Powerful reading this is. I really feel this for you, group 3. And then let's move on to your last cards. We have Rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters, and that makes sense. Maybe you've been thinking about going celibate, or you are celibate. Maybe you've been focusing on the wrong types of relationships, and it's not healthy. So maybe it's about abstaining. And Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. We can't control some things. We can't control what happened in our past, because our past has already happened, and we can't get into a time machine and go back to this point in time and say, oh, we should say this differently. So I'll whisper into my past self ear and say, you should say this instead. Oh, I'm going to go back to this point in time where I did this thing and then it led to this situation. And I'll go back to my past self and I'll tell my past self that I can't do this because then it will do this. But then it led you to this point where you are now. So we can't go back. It's beyond our control. What we can control is what we do now, and our mindset, our emotions. I feel like maybe you need to become more emotionally intelligent before you meet your future spouse, because there's a lot that needs to be reconciled. Is that the right word? I feel like group 2 may be your group as well, because we had the King of Chalices at the bottom of the deck, and that's all about emotional maturity, being able to sit with yourself so easily. Wow, is there anything else that needs to be said? We should create the life that we want for ourselves, weave the life that we want for ourselves before we meet our future spouse. It's all about focusing your energy, because when you're celibate, you focus on something else, even though you may have cravings, but we can direct our attention to something else, something that's very healthy for us. So we need to do some healthy things with our life. Have healthy habits, and maybe going to the gym, maybe eating healthily, maybe drinking more water, whatever it looks like for you. Okay, yeah, I feel like that's the end of your messages now. So yeah, that's what I'm saying for you, group 3. Thank you for watching. I hope these messages resonates in some way, and you can take what I mentioned and incorporate it into your life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.